This segment is going to be about the sports. Sports nowadays getting a little soft for our taste. Like it started last season, right? The guy who got his head smashed in to the ice in hockey.
That was last year?
It was it last year? What was he last year, 2 years ago?
I think it was 2 years ago.
Any hockey fans out there, correct me if I'm wrong. The vicious hits on NFL players, wide receivers in general, because they don't know how to run routes. And now there's this baseball thing with running into the catcher. And now guys are saying, hey, don't unblock the plate and take a collision. Just do a swipe tag from now on. I don't remember whose general manager told his catcher to not do that. But yeah, is it? Are they trying to? Is it because they're trying to protect the players now? You think, or is it?
I think that by them making these rules, the players are on their mind, and I guess they are trying to look after them. Because, when you see some of these hits in the NFL, they are kind of vicious, but, I mean, it's what football's about. But at the same time, a lot of players leave games with concussions, and some of these players, if they, stay getting concussions, that could be, damaging to their life after football. So I think they're keeping the players' best interest in mind when they're making these rules, but at the same time, I feel they gotta let them play a little bit.
Good. What about you? Is it the players or is it the money?
I think it's a little bit of both, because we've seen the old footage from football. It's like the hits that are happening now are nothing compared to back in the day. Yeah, he was that clothesline people.
Yeah.
Dick Lane said if he didn't make a tackle and break his own arm, it was not a good tackle. So he was trying to take somebody's head off. So it's like, it's understandable about, it's understandable about hockey because, like the dude that got his head jammed into the ice now. Yeah. But now how hockey is doing it, if you can't hit a guy, you can't blindside a guy, like if he's like going to the boards, they'll call a penalty on you. Yeah, hockey fans, correct me if I'm wrong. In the NFL, apparently they want you to do the impossible and stop in the air and see if a player isn't offended. Like I said, I'm a wide receiver, and I don't like it because the game is supposed to be physical. It's like, it don't make no sense to me at all how they expect. Well, there's some players, like when Brandon Merriweather launched himself, straight crown of the helmet to a tied heap. now that's just plain dumb. But when what's his name? Dante Robinson hit Deshaun Jackson.
There was even no helmet contact.
It wasn't no helmet contact, and he still got fined. What's his name? Muhammad Massaquoi going over the middle, and
that's just bad.
Like you said, bad route running, because like it's in zone defense, because they're playing zone. You see the soft spot, you stop and wait for the ball to come to you in the soft spot. You don't keep on running across because there's gonna be somebody waiting for you. And it was just, and that's how it's like. I don't get the rules. And will we call flopping in the NBA being soft? Because I've seen a lot of that in the finals as well. LeBron.
Deshaun Stevenson did it too.
I'm saying
everybody flops.
No, it's like everybody flops, but don't it seem like it started to increase?
Maybe it happened because you saw LeBron big ass. Big ass. He's just big for no reason, and he has the audacity to flop. But anyways, and flop on a 7-footer. And you're just as big as the guy. Anyways, my problem. Actually, I don't really have a problem with the hockey one. because hockey's always been a vicious sport. That's why I love it. That's why I love watching it. Football is they just took it way too far as realizing if someone was trying to find out someone's defenseless or not.
But all that stuff started when Tom Brady was lost for the season.
No, really. No. The quarterback thing started with Carson Palmer when he got hit in the knee in that playoff game, and he really hasn't been the same since. But my thing is with baseball, the collision at home plate is so rare. For them to, or it's like rare in the fact of it happening. I mean, it's not extremely rare, but how often does somebody get injured off of that collision? You know what I'm saying? It's stupid to try to change the rule in baseball. It's a play that you rarely see happen. And 9 times out of 10, the catcher, when it does happen, the catcher holds onto the ball and he's okay. So it's like, that this one, I think it's because up-and-coming star like Buster Posey got injured. Because some guy got injured last season. I don't remember his name. But he got hurt, and they made a deal out of it. But then this year, Buster Posey, up-and-coming player, probably arguably one of the best players on the San Francisco Giants, he gets hurt, and now all of a sudden it's a big deal. Things only affect people when it happens to a star. They only want to change the rules when it happens to a star. And that's kind of what bothers me about this. But these sports are getting softer. But I think they are trying to protect the players. But the fans got to realize, these players do need to be protected, especially with all these concussions in the NFL that's been happening. But remember Aaron Rodgers when he got the concussion against was it the Redskins?
It was against
his first concussion.
Was it against the Eagles?
Somebody hit him, tackled him, and then kind of kicked him in his head when they were getting up. Mm-hmm. What team was that against?
I cannot remember.
I want to say it was Redskins. I don't remember what team it was. But I mean, you can't prevent that. You know what I'm saying? Or when Jay Cutler, when he got his concussion, when he got swung down to the ground or whatever, that has nothing to do with helmet-to-helmet contact. So how do you prevent those concussions? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you can't swing a quarterback to the ground anymore. You know what I'm saying? You can't get up. You got to be wary of how you're getting up when you're on top of a quarterback now. Like, you can't prevent all head injuries when it comes. And, sometimes dudes, get a little whiplash when they get hit.
I mean, that's just common.
Exactly. So, it's... That just bothers me about the rule, trying to change the rules. I think they're taking it way too far when it comes to baseball. Football, hockey, those physical sports, yeah, do something about those type of hits, especially those deliberate hits that where, people, they always say, oh, guys aren't trying to hurt anybody. They're not trying to injure anybody. I play football. That's a friggin' lie. Dudes be talking trash. I don't want to hurt them. I want to injure them. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what these players want to say. Of course, you want to keep it competitive, but I guarantee when how much if I'm a Jets player and Tom Brady's talking that much crap to me, I mean, of course you'll do it obviously like 20 seconds after the play or whatever. But if you got a clean shot at him, I guarantee you giving him 100% punishment. And you don't give somebody that type of punishment unless you're trying to hurt them. So, so we need to find out from you guys how y'all feel about the rule changes in football and baseball, in hockey, and even basketball. The flagrant fouls are like, I remember Jordan used to get annihilated. That's a flagrant foul now. Dudes never got kicked out of the game for that. But it's more of those other 3 sports. But just let us know how y'all feel, especially about the football and baseball. I know there's a lot of football, baseball fans out there. Let us know how y'all feel about those rule changes. Maybe you Giants fans can give us a perspective on why you think the rules should be changed, or if you think the rules should be changed. But that's it for this segment. Hit us up, and we'll get at you later.